Are we ditching brushes? Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, and today I'm going to share with you my latest obsession, such a cliche word in the beauty space. So what I'm talking about are these little fingertip puffs, and I love anything miniature, but also I love how this one is really good for powder because it's got kind of a flocked. And then this one is really good for cream because it's smooth. I feel like lately I have been using puffs for everything, for so many of my powder products. And whether it's sponges or puffs, I feel like I don't necessarily use them to apply foundation like we used to, say, 5 years ago, but I'm not ditching my brushes, by the way. I love my brushes, especially my BK Beauty, my Wayne Goss, my e.l.f., Real Techniques. I do love a puff for powder application, and lately with the craze of cushion foundation, especially this particular one, the applicator, I think, is the secret behind why it goes on so smooth. So I am going to test that and show you today what I've been doing with my concealer and why I just think these are the latest beauty tool that you definitely should at least give a try and see if it's for you. Let's start with the cushion foundation, the Tear. I think I'm saying that correct. This is from Korea, but it's funny because it was like Japanese in the Amazon description. It said Japanese foundation or something like that, #1 Japan and makeup from Japan, and then it's like made in Korea. So somebody even commented, well, which is it? Is it Japanese or is it Korean? And I really do think that it is Korean, but congrats to them. They are everywhere. And not only that, but they have really expanded the shade range. So they've taken what typical Asian, Korean beauty cushion foundations are for, maybe like they'll be 3 or 4 shades, pretty pale, maybe medium. And this company has taken cushion foundation to all kinds of shade ranges. So that's pretty great. So I'm going to show you the 23N Sand. It's a pretty good match for me. And what works so nice about this is, yes, it has a cushion and it's sort of a spongy, it's just a nice spongy cushion. And then the secret to making cushion foundation work the best is not applying a ton of product. So actually, when people don't like the product and I think they're swiping it, it's if you're putting on too much, it really, really fights itself. So if you just take a little bit of product from the sponge of the cushion, and then if you want to use this surface to kind of blot it, then you can go in, and I'm wearing a little bit of my Wet n Wild foundation, but somehow I managed to get, but I'm not technically wearing concealer, so I wanted to show you. So I don't know if you can see quite the application here, but a little goes a very long way, and I kind of love it. This formula doesn't have anything that I find sensitizing to my skin. I don't detect a fragrance. In fact, it actually has a lot of good ingredients for skin conditioning and moisturizing. So I thought that was pretty great. So I'm just gonna leave this right here. You can continue to blot. You can even take any foundation you want or concealer and buy this puff by itself on Amazon. There are plenty like it. And I'm gonna just blot right now what I've already applied with this one. They come in a pack of 3 like so. I showed you on my Instagram. I did an Instagram reel and I believe I did a short here on YouTube But yeah, it's just, and I really feel like when you apply your cream products or your liquid products with a sponge like this, you know, with this pad, you don't necessarily need as much powder to set it. So I just feel like it's sort of doing this thing where it's buffing out and it's smooth, but I don't necessarily need a lot of powder on top of that. But if I did want to do some powder, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So in a second. No, actually maybe now. Okay, so once we've got the liquid on and we want to go into powder, so the Real Techniques come in a 3-pack of that little mini guy. There's also mini elf sponges. This guy, look at this. This is just the cutest thing. Personally, there is Amazon, this one on Amazon. It's just a little more, it's a softer pad puff, and it's a little more pliant. This one's a little stiff, but that doesn't make it not work. Okay, so then I'm gonna take just some pressed powder. We've got the CoverGirl. This is the translucent shade. If you're looking for a pressed powder that is talc free, this formula is that. So I haven't actually tried this elf one, and I like it. I think I like it, but I actually think I want to show you with this Real Techniques. The beauty of this Real Techniques is the way it's flocked. It is so soft, and the fibers are so fine and small, and I feel like if you want to maybe tap off even a little bit of excess and just go in, because I am someone who only likes to powder in small areas. I don't want to pack on powder because my skin is dry, and I just need to get some powder right through here where the lines and creases of my eyes from just being in an area of movement often attract product to sink in there. So for me, it's just like the perfect amount of really keeping it minimal. And I'm going to use on this side the fingertip one that's for cream. So you can get kind of this cushion foundation technique effect, but you can just use a concealer you already have and these little sponges that are a few dollars. This for me works the best with a medium coverage concealer. If you use it with a fuller coverage, something that has a lot of a thicker, a density to it, I find it applies too much product. And so I like to go in with something a little bit more medium coverage. So I'm going to use the CoverGirl Simply Ageless. This is the serum concealer that has been around for a few years. That's kind of one of my all-time faves. And this particular one works so well when you apply it with the ceramic tip. And I like to just do it that way. You can either blot some on the back of your hand, or you can just smooth it out. And I think what I like about this versus a brush lately is, which I'm not going to give up my brushes, but I think that this gives maximum results for just a little bit of product. And also, you know, sometimes we just like to switch it up and play, and it's fun. Also, I think that depending on the shade, it can really emphasize whatever shade you're using. So if you think your shade is just a little off and you've been kind of fudging with it, making it work, I think this is going to make it like, oh wow, that is too light, or that is too yellow, or whatever it is. So just keep that in mind. It's almost like it kind of emphasizes everything. But hopefully you can see up close what that's like, and feel free to just go over with your finger and press everything in. But I truly feel like, you know, your final blending step is probably the warmth of your finger. I also, because this puff is so phenomenal, and also in a very I don't know the brand of this, it's kind of one of those Amazon brands, and very affordable, and I've washed this several times and it comes clean. So this particular one is so good. Okay, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. So you guys, it's all about the puffs and the pads and and sometimes look at this, you can just stick this in here. And also I've done that with my I have the Huda powder, and it has the little well with the lid, the inside lid, and I just put that in there. Yeah, so well, let me know if you have discovered that, and if you have, let me know what else you are using them for. And thank you so much. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I have playlists of all kinds of tutorials and dupes and other stuff, so check it out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.